Basically, let's start from this. So it's here. Current sales 4,000 units. Selling price per unit $10 per unit. Variable cost per unit 550. Fixed cost, total fixed cost is 15,000. Same here. Alright? First step, find out all the information. Step 1, find all the missing information. You need at least four information. The one circle in red. Total sales, current sales, in terms of units, variable cost per unit, selling price per unit, fixed cost per unit. If they give you total sales, can you find out what is your selling price per unit? Yes, like this one. If they give you this, they don't give you this. They give you revenue and sales units. Can you find out selling price per unit? Yes. Just use revenue divided by sales. So it's $10 per unit. If they give you contribution per unit and they don't give you selling price per unit, can you find out the selling price? Yes, because we know one thing for sure. Where's my new pen? Here. I have a pen, I have an apple. Okay? So, if you are given, let's say, contribution margin is equal to 450. Variable cost is equal to 550. What is your selling price? You know how to find? Because we know selling price per unit minus variable cost per unit is equal to contribution margin. Right? So you need to find out all these four information. Without that, you cannot calculate. Right? So you need to know how to play around here. Okay? If they don't give you the information of fixed cost, assume fixed cost is 0. It will not affect our calculations. Yeah? So all these things you must have. Second thing, calculate current profit. So I will introduce this to you. I will introduce you a formula which you can use for all situations. Right? Now, we know that profit is equal to total sales minus total variable cost minus total fixed cost. Makes sense, isn't it? Yeah? Our profit is total sales minus variable cost minus fixed cost, because you have gone through what financial class before, you know that. If we take out the quantity from this, so profit is going to equal to quantity, selling price per unit minus variable cost per unit minus total fixed cost. Right? You just take out the quantity from here. So if you multiply in selling price per unit multiply by total quantity, you get total sales. Variable cost per unit multiply by quantity, you get total variable cost, isn't it? So quite easy. So next, we are going to use this magic formula. This is what we call magic formula. This one formula solves all your problems. So what do you need to do with this formula? Write it down on a piece of paper, burn it, put it in your drinks and drink it. Make sure you understand this really well. Yeah? So, no, it won't work. It won't work. You need to memorize. Now, first calculate what is current profit. Currently, you are selling 4,000 units, isn't it? So what is current profit? Quantity, 4,000. Selling price per unit, 10. Variable cost per unit, 550. Minus total fixed cost, which is 15,000. Profit is equal to 3,000. So what we are saying is, currently then the company is selling 4,000 units, they are making a profit of 3,000 units. Got it? Next, we go into changes. In accounting, we call it CVP analysis, not BBC. CVP. What does it mean? Or break-even analysis, same thing. Cost, volume, profit. How the cost and the volume will affect your profit. That's why we call it CVP analysis. Cost, volume, profit analysis. Right? So, now, the first part, if you read this, first part is if selling price reduced by 5%, what is the quantity you need to increase to make back the same profit? Isn't it? Yeah? So, selling price reduced by 5%, what does it mean? Your new selling price is equal to 10 multiplied by 95%. 950. 10 multiplied by 95% because price dropped 5%. So now your price becomes 950. Now, you want to find out what is the units that you need to sell, given that there is a drop in selling price, so that you can maintain your profit, isn't it? So, profit 3,000. So we want to maintain it. 3,000 is equal to quantity. This is the quantity we want to find out, the new quantity that we need to sell so that we can still make a profit. Multiply by selling price per unit. Now your selling price per unit is 950. Variable cost still 550 minus total fixed cost 15,000. You know how to solve this equation for quantity? Right? So 3,000 plus 15,000. You bring over this 15,000 minus become plus. You bring this, multiply by quantity, you bring this over, it becomes divide, isn't it? 950 minus 550. Your quantity is how much? 4,500 units. That means what we are saying is currently we are selling 4,000 units. Now, if there's a price drop of 5%, we need to sell 4,500 units to get back the same profit. So, how many units have we increased? 4,500 minus 4,000. So, our units increased by 500 units. 500 units divide by 4,000. 12.5%. Got it? %. 500 units. Thank you. Because if you use this formula, you have to find out change in price lah, minus change in price lah, and